What is up, everybody? It is Grape here, back with the very first day, round one of the playoffs. I am here with Tanav,
Hello?
and today we are watching the very first game. This is Clan YouTube versus Flare. Now, I just want to say real fast, the reason why this is Ray is because since Flare is an EU team and ClanYT is a US team, what we usually do for this is we put it on US, but we have the map as Ray, just so we can prevent any lag from coming on. And yeah, so what do you think about this match so far?
Um, so far,
Well,
it's a normal. Oh, ClanYT actually does have really good ore spawn right now, but just it's just a normal getting wood and everything. So like starting off, look at the kits. The kits are good and everything, but um, yeah, but it seems like ClanYT is gonna play a more range-based setup, while Green Team is gonna go for a more balanced one.
all right, so I can probably assume real fast that Clan YouTube will probably be going for one of those defensive setups. Not too sure if that's going to be over at mid or over at their base. But whatever happens, let's just hope it works. As you can see right here, Clan YouTube is yellow and Flare is green. I will have somebody try to edit the YouTube right now, the YouTube page. Let me quickly actually see it real fast to make sure everything is looking good. Yes, it is, as it is Aspiring versus Sweaty Lovers again. I need to quickly message. Ace.
Ace already left the channel.
Ace left. Okay. Here, just
Okay.
you message Drama real fast, just asking if you can change the
Uh,
YouTube name, and also just to broadcast it. Um, with that
okay,
being
yeah.
said, yeah.
So yeah, you
So
guys probably noticed by now, but Green's actually only at 9 people, which means one of their players didn't show up. So Clan's YouTube is actually gonna have a huge advantage right now.
definitely so. What's happening right here is I just want to quickly give a huge shout out. So Clan YouTube did get that 2-0 bye, if you guys do remember. However, with the four chance teams, Clan YouTube, Clan YT, sorry, was asked as I quickly put on shaders. That was completely my fault. ClanYT was asked to help play in the first round of the playoffs, in which they did so. And this is a pretty big risk for them, just considering that if they do end up losing this game, they are eliminated from the tournament, and they shouldn't even be playing in this
Playoffs.
game. In which they did so,
Yeah, that
and
is
this is
true.
a
So yeah,
pretty
definitely
big
a
risk for them.
huge shout out to them for being really nice about it and giving up their bye to fix the bracket.
Very much so. So as we see here, 7 minutes left. The thing about this map is let me quickly go over to yellow. We do see them in the mines. Ore spawn on Ray is always very, very good. Like it's always very good. So if you do have miners that know what they're doing, you can honestly probably get full diamond for probably 2, 3 people. I mean, just
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
around, I can just see all these diamonds just staying afloat on this island. Just on the outside. So imagine what's inside.
I remember once inside like PCL scrim, I think it was up against Paradox. Is the game went down to like 50 minutes left, and all of their players had full diamonds and diamond swords. So Ray Berkshire definitely is of insane ore spawn.
Very much so. So I don't know. I think as of right now, just because of Clan YT having that player advantage, I think they definitely do have the favor for this match. Also, just because, in a way, you could say that even though they're not necessarily a Bridges team, they do have the connection with being like on clans together and being on. I don't want to say they have a CCL team, but do they? No, they don't.
No, they don't.
But I mean, just off of, like for myself over this past couple days, with them even being mages back then, they definitely do have a connection with their team. So I definitely could see that being playing a humongous factor in this game.
Yeah, definitely. Inside bridges, in my opinion, communication and teamwork is easily the most important thing. So if you have that down, you will be able to like beat a good amount of teams.
Very much so. So as we see right here, moving over back over to let's go check on green actually. Lavender pink, as we see, lavender pixie, sorry to say. She's right now on the edge of her island, just mining up. Not too sure if she saw. I'm not sure if she's like going for iron or what, but I mean, as of right now, she is just there minus some cobblestone. But just look at all this iron here, just everywhere, and just diamonds everywhere as well. I mean, this definitely does show that if you not even good miners, if you just have teams, your team knows how to communicate on this map, and you're able to successfully just mine all these ores, you definitely will have a humongous advantage when it comes to armor and weapons, and that definitely could play an impact, especially if you go for that mid push.
Yeah, yeah. And definitely on this map, like this is like a major tip to any single team that's playing rape. You want to always run triple miner and you want to run two zergs. The reason for a triple miner like is self-explanatory. You can get diamonds really easily. And for the zergs, so great. If you come around to like the sides of the islands here, you guys will see a ton of diamonds just hanging out like randomly. And if you're berserker, you can get those diamonds with ease.
Very much so. So as we move over here, let's go quickly go over to yellow team. 5 minutes left until the bridges go off. We do see Lemonifar here mining. So Lemonifar being the in-game leader does have some pressure to put on him because from what we've also seen before, it seems to me that with YT, I can always say YouTube, with Clan YT, it seems to me that Lemony Fart is one of those key main in-game leaders, but as soon as he dies, their team doesn't really know what to do. So I just hope that they have learned from that with like past games. I mean, like they do know what they're doing, but like not to the assertion of strategy, if you could say. So
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
hope they do have those like multiple shot callers, and just in case Lemony Fart does die, just to help aid them out. Same thing goes with Flair and every other team. I mean, if your in-game leader
yeah.
dies, as we saw before, yesterday's game with the crew and Worthless, the second Jarvis died, their team did not know what to do. I mean, they were off just kind of like in the middle of nowhere, just for a couple like minutes, like 2, 3 minutes, just not too sure they should push out of mid, go to another island, do this, do that, and so definitely does play a toll on them.
Yeah, definitely. Like as Grape said before, that's the major tip to have at least two or three shot callers playing set every single round.
Looking over here, we do see Normal Mobs making his way over to. He berserked his way off from the island, off into this little wooden area, trying to get that wood for his team to build up to the iron, if I can assume so. I don't know. I mean, as Sinov said, berserkers are always a very, very good choice in the preparation stage for this map, especially just because since it is water-based, and also just because it is like very high with multiple like range scale terrains, you can easily berserk your way off to multiple areas just to get those diamonds.
Okay, yeah. So right now it's approaching the 3 minute mark. So I'm kind of, even though the teams might be smelting, I'm kind of worried because everybody should be on surface by now. And also, I don't see any archers from either teams farming gravel on surface. So I don't know. The arrow the arrow count might be low, and going to mid might be easier than usual.
Very much so. But I mean, usually from what I've noticed, 2 minutes is when every team should make their way up. So let's just hope that they do know what they're doing. And I do have hope for both these teams, as since they did make it to the playoffs, which is a huge, huge, huge um congratula- congratulatory. Is that a word? Congratulatory.
I have no idea.
Now it is. Congratulatory for these teams that they were able to make it past the group stage. I mean, very, very good. As
Yeah,
you can
and
see right
that's
here.
the group stage itself is really interesting. We had some really close matches, and with the playoffs, it's only gonna get better.
Very much so. But for here, the challenge will increase. Now they will be going, if they just make it past this game, if I could say, they will be facing multiple teams of just greater and greater and greater strength as it moves on, just to show who really is the best Bridges team of, I guess you could say, not necessarily the league, but just in Mindplex, because this is going to be one of like the first quote unquote major tournaments for Bridges since 2014. So
Definitely, and hopefully there are more to come.
very much so. So as we see right here, 2 minutes mark. Everybody should be up at the surface, but for some odd reason, it seems to me that this Horus guy just been AFK on Glorious. He's just been AFK on the green team. Just has not moved yet. Still has that stone pickaxe. Not too sure how I feel about that right here. Um,
Oh. Yeah, that might as well just be like a 10v8. Yeah, they're at a massive disadvantage. So they're
10v8.
definitely have to play really well to make a comeback.
However, Abstract here with that full armor iron. And as you can see here, the Lel Queen, making their way
Yeah.
back up with full iron. Seems to me that the way that the way that Green Team played was more of a personal mine and gain, just because I haven't seen a community chest yet up top for Green, and at the same time, it seems to be that everybody's mining for their own, getting their own stuff, and they just come up to mid and just at the end fight with whatever they have instead of sharing, which again, it does work for some people, but at the end, it does put them at a very, very, very disadvantage.
Yeah, it is definitely important you stack your brawlers because your brawlers are your tanks and you want them to survive inside team fights.
Moving over to Clan YouTube though, Clan YT, oh my god. Moving over to Clan YT though, we do see that they do have a community chest down. Smelting is still happening, and people are already on diamonds. I mean, like we see Lemony Fart almost full diamond, no more mobs, and Small Fry having those diamond boots. The archers there, I mean, again, like I said before, there was no gravel being played by the archers, which was very, very bad. Jiddu having a diamond chest plate and boots, and then going with like the golden helmet approach. I don't know. This does seem to me that they were sharing good communication on Clan YT's part, with again those diamond swords and diamond axes, which again always do show at the very end. Just the amount of ore spot and how much you can get out of it just by playing on your island with this loot.
Yeah, also coming over to Flare. Flare actually did make a really good idea of just blocking up Glorious and not giving me any gear. It's better if you have an AFK, just keep the gear for yourself, so the people who actually are playing are gonna be more stacked.
Looking at this right now, as the bridges fall, both teams making it up to mid. Seems to me that Flair actually did get their stuff, but this community, this personal preference of mining seemed to pay off for them because they have three people, three tanks, almost full diamond, except those leggings, which is a very smart idea, except for Xera, who didn't get boots, but leggings instead. Seems to me that this did pay off for them as everybody else is full iron here. With
Oh,
Abstract,
number almost falling off, but he does clutch it in by placing a block.
yeah, Abstract throwing off those that archery, blocking off their team from making it to mid. But it seems to me they're going for a diagonal approach, which almost never does work. As Green Team Flare made the way off to mid first, gets that loot. Seems to me that ClanYT, knowing
Yeah,
what's happening, is now going back over. Not going to go for a full push yet, but seems that Lemony Fart is leading the push in. As he sees it,
Clan.
they go back with Xera and the loot now. Archery going off to them. They're going to back up to their island and recoup.
Yeah, so right here, Flare has secured mid, and they are at a pretty big gear advantage. But you have to keep in mind they have an AFK, and they're a player down.
Very much so. So, seems to me now that Flair, having successfully secured mid, got the loot, making their way off to the other unopposed island, to where they will probably the good scenario would be to get their miners start mining again, get the loot, stack everybody up before they push one more time. They definitely do have the advantage right now. They may not have the numbers, but they do definitely have the armor.
Yeah, I want to correct myself before. So Glorious is no longer AFK, and he is now well armored, and with the rest of his team.
Very much so. Seems to me that he came in just for those last he came in just for those last 2 seconds because he was able to clutch it.
Okay, yeah.
But
So ClanYT is already preparing for a push on the side of the wall that's less organized.
yes, yes, so much. Seems to me that this is going to be a very push. I like the way that they have multiple people just destroying that thing. As a PvP erupts,
Oh,
it is both teams fighting against each other. Clan YouTube, very much more packed together, are going to try to kill these people, these big tanks. But just doesn't seem to be happening right now. I mean, they're fighting. It seems to be that Green is able to push them back off from the push, successfully defending as they build their wall back up, pushing back Clan YT off to the distance, retreating, as you can see right there.
yeah. So,
That
so in my opinion, I actually don't like that call of Clans YT rushing because Clans YT it does have more range based setup, so I think it does favor defense. So I don't really think that was that smart, but luckily they didn't lose any players.
that did put a lot of pressure though on Green. That did definitely make them nervous because I mean, as of right now, Green does have, in a way, let me quickly check. They still do have the armor advantage. Yeah, they still have the armor advantage, which does only put them in the lead. But they're playing defensive just because of that one player loss. So I mean,
Yeah,
at the end of the day, that did put pressure on them just to know that ClanYT, even though they are underprepared, they do have the extra player advantage and they are willing to go off and attack Green, which does put that pressure on them. As you can see right
yeah,
here, seems to me that Clan YT is now going to be making their way over to the unopposed island of the yep, yeah. Like I was looking back and forth, making their way over to the red island. Their miners hopefully will be going down again, getting some more loot. They definitely do need that because the second Clan YT does get that armor advantage, they definitely will be the one attacking.
Okay, yeah. So this is another key tip I want to point out. I don't know if anybody has past streams, but so right here you'll notice that the teams are yellow and green. So then Flare rotated to Blue Island and Clan YT rotated to Red Island. So since like for the first 10 minutes of the game they're mining at those islands, if they go back in the ore scan there won't be as many diamonds. Well, if they rotate to new islands, excuse me, they'll have much more ore spawning and that'll be more gear.
Also, the reason why, just to keep everybody updated, the main reason why we do put it as green and yellow is because we can't tell real fast. Over here on this island, it's yellow, but then directly across from it is green. So the reason why I have it like that is just so they can always be archering and like, shooting each other and always just keeping some, just always clashing, and then getting intel from the other team. And then when they do move to those other unopposed islands, they're still horizontal from each other. Vertical.
Yeah.
Well, horizontal, vertical, depending on how you look at it. But you know, so that's all. That's the reason why we do that.
Yeah, I still remember like the entire like the entire like leader chat argument that first happened when B cells created about whether or not we want them diagonally. I mean, like I remember back then the main argument was that like in like I remember back then like the CCL was the only league and like the CCL was like always like action packed and everything. So they were really just scared that the BCL like be really boring if people started at diagonal from each other.
Definitely true. But it does seem to be paying off right now. As we could tell, wall updates. ClanYT going for the defensive route. Route. Same thing, route and route. ClanYT going for that defensive route, building up their walls. This is a pretty average setup for a wall, I guess you could say. I mean, they definitely did put that extra wall stack up at top and like that little staircase, so they can go up there and just check it out and arch bone
Ooh, I
arrow
actually
them.
like this wall. Yeah, this is a pretty good idea. Like I like how they blocked up the corners so the archers can't get free shots on them.
Definitely so. I like it how it's also one big wall. You see right there? I mean, like
Yeah,
they
yeah, yeah.
bottom that corner does seem very good. I mean, like, this is a definitely. It seems like an ordinary setup, but they put their own twist on it to where it may favor them if they go, if green team does go for that push. Looking so though, it does seem to me that number,
Yeah,
number and the Lel Queen
I
are
mean,
out
are
there
trying to coordinate something. Yeah.
trying to maybe get some intel on their team. Somebody is taunting them from the tops. No more mobs taunting a green team. You should have seen Aspiring versus Sweaty Lovers today. Hilarious
Oh,
match. Everybody was just taunting each other. But seems to me
oh
now
my
that green team has paid off with that armor wise. Number and Lilo Queen and X Sarah making their way over to the team, getting some intel just to see what's going on. No more mobs, notifying his team of
god.
the onslaught that may come over. Gets the rest of his team to come up. Arrow shots coming over from green team off to yellow. The team is there, ready to fight just in case. Seems to me that green is not going to be going back now. They have seen what they're going against, got the intel they needed, and are now going back over to their base. As a
Yeah.
low queen does take, and the number right now taking some shots off from yellow.
Okay, yeah. So right there, when like Low Queen ran into them, that's definitely a good idea to gather intel. But I definitely like how she didn't go too close, cause Clans YT berserkers could like leap on top of her and they could hit them like toward their wall, which could definitely result in her dying.
Very much so. But yeah, so 30 people watching. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the game. You're currently watching the first day of the playoffs, round one. All current members of this team have a 2-1 record, which doesn't really make a big deal anymore since out of the group stage. 2-1 record, with the exception of four teams with a 2-0, which one of those includes Clan YT. 2-0
Mhm.
versus 2-1. Clan YT 2-0, Flare 2-1, going at each other to go off. Single elimination. Whoever wins this match will be making it off to round two of the playoffs.
Okay, yeah. So right here, I just want to point out how Ace did alert Flare that they have 10 minutes on their timer left. So in the beginning, when Clans YT was playing aggressive and like trying to just like start like a mini fight with them, I actually think the purpose behind that is to give themselves the timer advantage.
Definitely so. Just to keep everybody updated again, just because some people here are new to the BCL or bridges in general with the competitive league, the way this does work is once the bridges fall, each team has 15 minutes to play aggressively, as Gloria says, Grape. Yes, I am. Each team does have 15 minutes to play defensively. Before that timer runs out, they must forcefully attack aggressively. So what's happening there is if they even so slightly push that team, the timer stops, which does give them the advantage overall. As you can see right here, again, Number and Lavender Pixie and the Little Queen trying to make their way over, taunting Clan YT as they blow quishes, as they blow kisses to each other, as they blow kisses to
Okay.
each other.
So
Oh, what love,
she the
what
little king
love.
keeps on missing. Aw.
Very
Yeah. So yeah, just to clarify that timer rule, it's so whenever you're camping, the timer runs. Once your timer reaches 15 minutes, you have a 5 minute timer that just doesn't stop, and if you don't play aggressive within the next 5 minute timer, well then you're just disqualified, which is definitely something you don't want to do.
much so. So seems to be more of like a friendship thing here. It's happening. I mean, people are just blowing kisses to each other. People doing this. We do see over there Xera, full diamond now over there. Not wanting to go in yet, but then that archery just keeps on ruining the love as they build up a wall. Perhaps they are staging a attack, or perhaps they're trying to get green team is trying to get that timer advantage by trying to get that clock to stop. But this wouldn't really stop the clock for the side, would it?
No, it wouldn't, because I'm pretty sure the timer works depending on the majority of the team. So only two people playing aggressive doesn't really matter.
Very much so. So but they are building a wall there, perhaps setting up the green team for that push. As we can tell, over at their wall, they are grouping up, possibly to stage an attack on ClanYT. This could very much go south for this team, but as long as they do have those walls were set up by those two people, very much so. It seems to me like that love thing was more of a defense maneuver, just to keep them distracted while they actually made their main goal of building a wall. Uh,
That is that is definitely some next level strategy if they did do that.
Very much so. As you see, they are going to go for that push right here. Green team going slowly forward and always building those walls. Clan YouTube alerting the rest of the team, getting out of those mines, getting out of everything, going off to the wall to defend. This is a very nice wall setup by Clan YT. I have to give them that.
Yeah, and again, how we mentioned at the beginning of the game, ClanYT is definitely running a more range-based setup, so they might actually have an advantage defending this wall.
As you can see right here, they are underneath, so those archer shots would not be hurting them. Yeah, as of right now, I want to say they definitely do have the advantage, green team, as they do push out real fast with Clan YouTube trying to defend those walls, put those blocks back up so no attacks can be happening right now. I want to say that Clan YT did not go into the mines. I have not seen an upgrade. Actually, no. Yeah, they have, because Jidub is now full
Yeah,
diamond
yeah,
as well, but not nearly as much as green team, which is
yeah,
that mid and everything else. But this definitely will be helping out the team. With honestly
yeah.
the Creed being the only person that does not full iron, but everybody else having diamond boots, diamond leggings, diamond whatever.
Yeah, and that's also a pretty good idea, just spreading the wealth and not like
What is
just
this right
not
here?
clustering.
Lemony Fart going down, trying to take this guy out. Lemony Fart accidentally falling in, going against Hot Cold right now. Oh my god, this fight way down below. Lemony Fart trying to get that sneak advantage. Did not end up working.
Oh,
Lemony Fart and
Lemony
Hot
Fart will
Cold.
probably win this fight. He has a oh, Lemony Fart does win the 1v1,
Lemony
and
Fart wins
Glorious will be
1v1.
jumping down.
With Glorious right
Okay,
now. Killing
Lemony
or
Fart with
two.
a double.
Lemony Fart with the 2 right now. That is right now a 2 Pepe.
Oh, and apparently Glorious got spleef, so we should definitely watch out for that.
Definitely so. That was a very good tactic on Lemon's fart. On Lemon's fart. On Lemony Fart's part. That they try to go in. The attack is going on right now. Green versus yellow. This fight's happening right now. They do see the armor advantage and the player advantage. They're going in right now. Clan YouTube trying to kill off green. This is definitely more a central push against yellow's team as they fight in. But
Uh,
seems to me that
and Xera was the party leader, and she did leave with the entire
oh
team.
my god. They all left. They left. Everybody on the team quit accidentally.
Okay,
What
okay.
just
So
happened?
so
That
so
I
right here, I will give you guys the best tip anybody will ever give you inside the tournament. So basically, if you drop around in the first two, you lose the match. So if I were you guys, I wouldn't join a party because there is a pretty high chance someone will inside the heat of the moment just leave the server and cause everybody else to leave.
oh
Don't
my
end the
god.
stream. Don't end the
We're
stream.
not. We're not. We're not.
Okay, we're not in this stream.
Okay, it's because we're doing. That was gameplay changing. If you guys saw what they did.
That was
What
very,
happened?
very
No,
unusual.
they spleefed the bridge, so it's
They
a
did?
disqualification.
So
And then
Clan
they
YT will be
pushed.
the one with the loss.
Yeah, ClanYT lost.
Oh,
That's what.
Unfortunately,
You gotta get this like. One sec. Gotta get
due
this
to a
like arranged.
spleef, seems to me we did not catch it on camera because we were too busy watching the Lemony Fart fight.
no, yeah. I remember when I flew to like the left of the bridge, I did see 2 slabs broken, so I was like feeling a little sketchy about that.
Seems to me that if this is the case, I guess right as of right now the managers are reviewing this. Managers and the global and the Battle of the Bridges staff are reviewing this. If this does actually end up happening, what will happen is Clan YT, the 2-0, the team that decided to forfeit their bye round and would have won since they spleefed will be disqualified from the tournament, allowing Flair to continue pushing forward and moving on to the playoffs. However, if this call is rejected, what's going to be happening is
ClanYT will
Clan
definitely
YT will be
win.
moving forward. So
Okay, so
definitely
honestly,
Mm,
I'm sorry. Okay, no. My honest opinion, so just like obviously I don't have any like actual proof, but just in my opinion, so I saw 2 slabs broken. I have no idea why the attacking team would do that. So that right there would be like a symbol that would be a symbol that Cleanse YT broke it. And then also Glorious had no intention of jumping down to 1v1 Lemony for it when he out armored him. So
definitely
that
is true.
again, yeah, would be not intention. So Clan YT probably did spleef.
Well, as of right now,
And
we're
and
now
and
waiting
Lewis
for the call.
and Lewis no Lewis did get the official call, quote unquote. As a result, we will be disqualifying Clan YT.
There you go. With that being said, unfortunately, Clan YT accidentally, well, purposely, I guess, because they mistakenly spleefed the opposing team, making them go down, and because of that, unfortunately, get disqualified from the game. ClanYT gets disqualified, but what a rookie mistake made by Flair. Just the fact that their entire team left with that party. Anybody here that's going to be playing today, do not party up. I'm telling you right now, it is not the best decision. One person leaves, your entire team leaves. With that being said, ClanYT unfortunately gets disqualified from the tournament because of that spleefing thing. Guys, don't spleef, don't destroy the bridges.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's not healthy. You're throwing away the game. Don't do that.
And unfortunately, well, congratulations to Flair making their way off to playoffs round 2. And unfortunately to Lemony Fart, Clan YT, who made their way so close to winning the playoffs round 1, but at the end lost due to spleefing. With that being said, please be sure to follow the MCL on Engine, Twitter, Discord, and to also subscribe to them on YouTube to get all of the information and see when we are live streaming. With that being said, I am Grape. You have to say your Tanov.
Oh yeah. Wait, I want to do the outro meanie. Okay, but yeah. And I'm Tanov. Hi.
You want to do the intro, right?
I want to do the outro, Grape.
So do it. So do it. Come on.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, guys, this is the MCL staff, and this is us signing off the stream. Have a nice day and keep on tuning in. Okay, yeah, thank you.
This is Grip signing off.